Welcome to the Real Double Dose Channel broadcast station, focused on the real reels of real life, love, growth, and of course, elevation within all levels. RDDC is exactly the place where anyone can discover more depth, love, light, and clarity within themselves, and elevate from other people's walks of life, conversations, and questions, along with deeper insights. So tune in and be a part of the Double Doses with Lexus T and RDDC.
Okay, hello, my beautiful familians, RDC familians, FDSians, Flip the Switch, and many, many more. My ears are a little plugged right now, so it's getting on my nerves a little bit to be able to hear you and hear my voice. It's the season changing. Thank you, Minnesota, and everywhere else from just going up from the 80s to the low 50s back and forth. Yeah, it's tripolarish. But I just want to say welcome new, welcome all those who have been on the journey. I want to say welcome old, but at the same time, thank you for being a part of what we are. Now, I can't, and according to Heck Tangela or Angela, as you may know, 7 minutes with Lex is there. I like to keep it, under 8 minutes, obviously, to hit the 7 minutes with Lex, but at the same time, it'll be somewhere around the 10-minute mark if I can. But let me get this moment in to what's going on. Please don't mind my sniffles, don't mind anything else going on. And I know I want to just put a broadcast out there and say thank you for all those who have been so patient throughout the years for our interview rollouts, our people's rollouts, the different things that we're having for our networks and channels. It takes a lot to put all this together and do all these things together, get aligned, get the schedules, not to mention everyday life. And then, everything else that I've been also AI technology, different stuff, and trying to use the gifts and the talents, writing the book, having Mr. Ernie Hudson, yes, Mr. Ghostbuster himself, be a part of those things and everything in between while we're getting it there. So I just want to go into the conversation saying, okay, let's get into this. Now, this is more so, we might have had a conversation about this before, but it's called hashtag the vision. Now, this is going to be part one because I want to break this down further on what it is. But I want to speak to you about the vision that we paint, the vision that we see for ourselves. Now, many of you might say, "Oh, is this a vision board life or the board? What do you call it? I forgot what I had the other one, the board life or something, or poster board life." But I want to say the vision itself, for the simple fact that are we embracing it? And I've said many times the conversation with California, how things were, transpiring and happening. Let me make sure I get this over here so no distractions come in our conversation. Okay, there we go. But I had the conversation ourselves on making sure we have a, momentum with things. Like, okay, so put it this way. Now, I want you to get into your imagination right now, just a little bit, right? And depending where you are, if it's behind the wheel, whatever, let's not do autopilot. But when you get to that point, replay this or stay with me. But where? Pero, tú sabes, right? But get to a point to where your mind is sitting there. Like I said, picture a pina colada, right? It could be virgin. It doesn't have to be with whatever they put in alcohol in there or whatever. I'm gonna say rum, but I'm not sure. I don't know. Say horchata. No, it's not. But rum chata. I was thinking of maybe just picture yourself there, whatever you like, strawberry drink, a lemonade, and you're walking. Can you feel the sand up under your feet? Even if you never felt sand before, can you feel the cool breeze and the ocean crashing? Or can you feel the beautiful forestry and the rivers flowing and see a deer down the lane? Can you see yourself kayaking where the water is crisp and cool under you and you can see the fishes just flying under you, swimming in their cesspool of happiness? Can you see the love of your life? Not the perfection of your life, but the love of your life. Someone who will genuinely love you, right? Looking back at you across the table while you eat dinner. You feel that warmth? Or can you see your belly growing and this baby kicking inside that you've been waiting for so long it feels like forever? Or see this child playing and kicking the ball in the backyard or in front of you, calling you mommy or daddy, whatever it may be. See, the thing is the vision itself is what we see. Pero sabes qué? You know what? I want us to take it and start feeling. Yes. It's not the, oh, it's thinking to grow rich and to be real. No, 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 no. It is thinking grow rich. It is thinking feel rich. See, Napoleon Hill, the late Napoleon Hill, respect to what he had to bring out. Obviously, it came from a lot of counterparts of cultural backgrounds as well that was more suppressed back then, as well as female input. But apart from that, the whole point is you have to enrich yourself in the feeling thereof. A lot of people stop their blessings, and I know I'm not saying I'm innocent in this pool of conversation, but I want to get us to that revelation to say, hey, let's have a different contemplation. Yes, it rhymed, but let's get to it. Why is it that we can see the vision, right? I'm calling it hashtag the vision, but we don't feel the vision. We don't feel it to the desiring of our heart. We don't feel it to the level where it's like I spoke about this before. We're going into a new era. Before you know it, we'll be in 2030, or you could be listening to this in 2030. Can you become the vision? I'm not asking for you to just go align this and align that, align the trip. It'll all fall into a place as itself. But are we getting to a point to where we say, this is the vision that I see? I see it, but I am not feeling it. So therefore, I cannot call it and attract it into becoming what God gave us. Now, we're going to have an episode on Truth Seekers Mastermind Alliance, TSMA. Heck and I, we're going to get down to that. And there's one called I won't release that. It's pretty deep right there. But there's another one too. Like, we are the breathable word. We don't go on behalf of the angels. They're powerful, they're beautiful, they're amazing. The ones that are on the side of truth and the light, and that is God, creator of all things. And the other ones, not to downplay that, the ones who fell, they have their strength in different areas too. So I'm not saying it's a game to play with. All I'm saying is that we don't run to the angels' side. We're not called to run and be after them. They're not the children of God. They're the creations of God. We are the children of God. We come, as the Bible says, we come from the loins of God. We are his seed. Therefore, look at the earth. Everything is seeded. The apple seed drops in the ground. Boom, apple tree. Anything. I mean, my friend, or the lady who helped me, go through the journey, which is my friend down in California, that helped me transition when all that was happening over there to a better life and set up from all the abuse I was taking. She said she had threw some onions and potato scraps or whatever in her backyard, and she loved gardening. Gorgeous aloe vera plants, gorgeous nectarine. Oh, I'm telling you, she had Cali lifestyle going on. Hopefully, she still has. I got to catch up with her, but she had that going on. And literally, I think a few weeks later, they said they noticed sprouts. They couldn't understand where it was coming from. She believed in recycling her coffee grounds and stuff like that. And eventually, she had an onion and potato patch mixed up. The potatoes kind of taste like onions, and the onions had a little starch in it. But, a nice understanding of it, right? But it's the seeds, we're the seedlings of God, to go back to that. So think about that. God is a spoken word. God made all that is from the imagination, the truthful imagination. And God is saying, I thought you up. I created you in the birthing of my loins. I gave you breath from me, right? I gave you breath from what I am. Okay, I made the angels, but I created you from my loins. So let's scratch that other part I said a few minutes ago, but making. So imagine how that is, even if it's the little teeniest hint of something, even if that person has a little bit of our DNA or that personality or anything else, or we could see them in our adopted children or our foster children, or our habits that they pick up, or different stuff that is so adorable, or the things that we want to have them break through that we couldn't find the courage to break through ourselves. That's where we're at with things. We have to understand that hashtag the vision itself is only the vision, right? Everyone, that's what it is. It's only the vision. It's not going to become a reality unless we give it the right, proper understanding of what is. We have to feel it. We have to emerge in it. We have to feel the hands of our future spouse. We have to see the pasta on the table. You wonder when you see things, people tell me on the table, oh man, I saw this exactly how it was over here. Boom. Because we didn't put any resistance towards it. When we thought of it, the vision, we encapsulated it and we let it go up. That's what happened to me in Cali. I didn't put any, well, this can't happen because of this, and I can't afford this because of this. I put it like, man, this is what I want. I'm not worried about my finances. I'm not worried about what I have. I'm not worried about this and that. Boom, I let it be. That was the recipe for it happening, even down to the very signing of it. And I'll keep speaking about it as long as I have to, but I'm letting us know, reminding all of us, hashtag the vision goes beyond just seeing something. You have to become it. You have to start preparing to be the parent that you want to be. Start preparing to have the barbecue cookout or restaurant you want, even if it's buying an oven mitten or a spatula. I'm giving analogies based on what people have spoken to me and shared with me, and that's what it comes down to. But you have to become it, the vision itself, not forcing it, not misleading it, not going and maxing out your card or doing this. Now, well, you told me, Lex, to do. Yeah, I told you to inside of yourself, internally, become it and let your doubts go as much as you can. I know it's hard, everyone. I love you so much. It's so hard to let go of what we've been taught to be. We can hold on to the negative. We expect, and I remember I was at the dental office, hashtag 12 straight dental. I'm just saying, ándale pues, okay, órale, let's get it. But I'm just saying, we were, I was there. They did great work on my teeth. I'm just saying, I was almost about 6K later, but I needed it. It was from the other place that did me wrong. So thank you. Hashtag Dr. Bouquet, Rihanna, all the wonderful ladies up there. We got Sky in the Sky. We got Brenda. We have Amanda, we have all of them up here. And I'm sorry if I skipped the name. It's on my head right now, but I'm waiting we get my brain still circulating, but I will be shouting you out again. I just want to say thank you to all of you, if you do tune in. But it comes down to those revelations of understanding and the things that happen because of it. And ultimately, I had to become it. When I saw the vision of my teeth, I was actually seeing that. I didn't hold any doubt. I didn't know how moving this money to advertising, moving this money to here, doing this. But you know what? It happened. It worked itself out. It became what it needed to become. And I probably lost a little bit of the conversation I was having a minute ago because I am on that timer restraint. But I will tell you, I went over the 7 minute time, but it's not about that. It's about us being where we need to be in the time that we need to do it. And I just want to say that no matter where we are, no matter what's going on, no matter how you feel, no matter where we feel the motion is going, we must not stop moving into where we know reality can be. That's all I really want to say about it. Because ultimately, it's not about how we want to do things or how we're having to do things. I had to see that vision come into play. I had to not hold on to it and be a hardship, for you have to face it head on. I mean, we only have so much time, and honestly, 100 years, even if we saw that and had our health with us, it's like a blink of an eye if you look at every 12 months. We get so much time, but it's not the 100 years that we live. It's what we do in the 100 years. The 20 years that people have lived feel like 100 from the memories, the time, the efforts put forth. But ultimately, I have to start letting that go too. I have to look at the things that are going to be happening, unflowing, hold myself back, don't want to be in the spotlight, don't want this to happen, don't want that to happen. Seeing the vision of all that coming on, like I was speaking about, Mr. Ernie Hudson, different ones coming on, seeing the vision of having my book out there, seeing the vision, because I know the overall factor is to be there for the children, men and women, and the families, and just people who need that help and want to avoid suicide, the different things. It's not about the cloud or influencer. It's about the deepening of the impact of what I was called here to do. I'm not about having multiple thousands of numbers but no impact behind it. That's where I'm at. The brothers and sisters behind the wall, whether you see them as something negative or not, the point is that there's someone's daughter, son, uncle, auntie, wife, kinship, something. And it's judge not lest ye be judged. Because according to how we judge others, we'll be judged ourselves. But we should have still a level of judgment into using our judgment for the better off. You don't let an axe murderer in the house with your kids to have dinner when you just saw them do those things to your neighbor, for example. But I'm just saying, all be well. I'm just putting it out there. Hashtag the vision part one. I want you to allow yourself whatever creation you want to see, whether it be archery, swimming in the ocean and running with the dolphins and the beautiful sea turtles, whether it be going on a hike, whether it be just making the best Darsh darn goulash or lasagna or making some arepas or menudo y pozole, algo así. If it's about going to, I would like to go visit Barranquilla, like my dad was referencing to do from his family growing up. But at the same time, it's about having that understanding. I want to come back here, and I could have quit a million times over. I could have found an excuse not to be going forward, but I chose to be here. I chose to show up with everyone that's listening. One equals 1 million. And I repeat myself again from the foundation of hashtag RDC, now flip the switch, Spirit and Mind Elevation, LexEffectCoaching.com, and many, many other things going on. Heck versus hell. That's the truth he tells. But I was just saying, where we've grown, it was just an idea or a thought. Never did I know I'll be having 10 funerals. Never did I imagine, why am I still showing up smiling in the morning? Yeah, the smile has changed, but it's only for the fact of appreciation to where I understand it now. Now that you have clarity and understanding and truth, you'll be there. So this has been a Beyond 7 Minute with Lex. But I'm appreciative of all those who are listening and the conversation of getting in your minds. I know it's not the average news that's here that's talking about the latest dress or trend, but this is about being a hashtag trendsetter for yourself. This is about being better for you and those you love. This is about enhancing yourself and giving you that inertia, the energy, the euphoria that you deserve. It does not matter if you have 60-hour work weeks right now. We can change the game. And we're going to be having a lot of jewel drops for things coming out so you can escape that. I'm not a marketer out here pushing and doing crazy stuff. I have my own style of doing stuff. I like to be control of my own universe and my own world from what I can, from the capacity of the God in me, that God has given to me through God, but the goddess in me, the true one, not the wanting to be on social media and putting lip gloss on saying I'm a goddess kind of thing, because I'm the one, not a one. But yeah, but I am a one. You know what I'm saying? A triple A. All right, everybody. Even without my sinuses and everything else happening, I'm praying that we can get this roster out with the interviews coming up. Hopefully, having some of our past wonderful guest experts come back on. Oh man, the stuff that they have to share is amazing, and hopefully they can, maybe give a spotlight for it. If you're interested, if you have something to share, even on a weekly basis, or if you have something you want to share and be on a show, we'll see if we can line something up. Contact Angela at Real Double Dose Channel at yandex.com. We are having a new email rollout for that specifically, but right now, we probably have about 35,000 emails. I'm not even gonna lie. So just wait till the new one comes out. But if you have to leave it out there, we'll still be combing through spam. We're combing through all of it and get it out there. But yeah, we love you. You're amazing. Remember to be the change, feel the passion, embrace the power of that wonderful, amazing spirit that God is always thriving amidst and is thriving in you. And remember to hashtag not just paint the vision, but allow it to become a part of the paintbrush within yourself. Allow it to be flowed from you and feeling from you. And I'll give you some more tips about that later on and how to make the fruitions happen. I can't wait. And hopefully some replays will be opening for our YouTube channel. Finally getting there. To just get some more interaction. So no matter what platforms you're on, from our 15 to 17 plus syndicates, because we are a podcast broadcast, more like a broadcast at this point, we're thankful. We're just happy for the downloads and listening, everything you've been doing over the years, and the increase that's been happening. Thank you all for your likes and loves from everywhere. By the grace of God, bless you. And I will be also doing some prayers on here as well to be dropping forward to give you that. So you're amazing, and we will be back with you very, very soon.